Okay, this is a little issue I've been thinking about for the past few days, and I need to get out there. I need to basically get out there. Now, as you can probably tell, I kind of like Star Wars. Well, I like some of the movies and stuff. I like some of the aspects and stuff. So I'm a bit of a casual fan of it. But a little thing came up a few days ago. I'm admin of quite a large Star Wars page. It was a petition to get a game made and games being made. So it's just kind of a fun page which I just continued going with. And an article came up where I was doing like a newsfeed search, saying, what kind of things could I do to update the page on, and found this article. And it's about the next Star Wars film, the Rogue One movie. And it's about one of the characters. I thought, okay, this will be interesting news to post up. And Star Wars is a quite diverse series. You've got aliens, you've got robots, you got all these humans and stuff, and there's quite a lot of diversity there. You got different religions, different cultures. You've got a lot of stuff in this franchise, in the movies and in all these new books and all the old legend books. There's lots of stuff for it. So you'd think that Star Wars being quite a diverse series, it would be kind of open to more diversity. Well, after posting this article, it wasn't. In fact, as me being, like I said, a Star Wars fan and an administrator on one hell of a Star Wars page, I was disappointed. In fact, more like sickened, really. Because I was expecting a few comments, maybe, but as Obi-Wan said, I was wrong. Fucking big style. In fact, it was the complete opposite of what I was expecting. Again, you'd think that fans that were quite open to all this already in this franchise would be open to more. No. Turns out the line in the sand is adding a lesbian character to the next Star Wars film. Is it really a big deal? No, it's just a character. Yet, how Harry Potter fans and Doctor Who fans are alright with the concept, as we've seen with Dumbledore, Jack Harkness, and the Victorian age lizard and mistress? Waitress? Servant? I don't know, I don't exactly know what her role is. She just seems to do a lot of stuff, but I love. Those two fandoms are quite fine with this. Yet with Star Wars now just introducing its first ever, well, in canon, it just went mental. Like, below, I've posted the post which I did on the article below, and my god, it is just full of hatred, homophobic slurs, terms, and hated comments. Some even wanting to boycott the movie because of this character. Now, these films will be PGs and 12s. You really expect there to be a load of this happening in the movie? No, it's just a character. That's all it is. Like Han Solo, Luke, Anakin, Obi-Wan, all these characters. Yet already in Star Wars, like Empire Strikes Back brought us the first black character in Star Wars, which we all know, the famous Lando Calrissian, played by Billy D. Williams. That was a big jump in diversity then. Did anyone kick off? I don't know. I wasn't around then, but did people kick off? I don't think so. And then in the next film, Return of the Jedi, we had our first black X-Wing pilot, our first Asian pilot. They kind of actually died, but okay. And then in Phantom Menace, diversity was brought even into more, like the Trade Federation aliens, they were based on Chinese culture. Some of the people of Tatooine, especially the flying blue dude, Watto, he was based on like the Middle Eastern kind of aspects of life. There's a lot of inspiration from our own cultures and history in Star Wars. Right from World War II to the Third Reich to politics of the early 21st century to like the invasion of Iraq. All this has been used as inspirations in Star Wars. So why is this the line to sign? Remember a few years ago that even in Star Trek it kicked off as well, when Zachary Quinto was cast as Spock. most Star Trek fans were fine with it. Though there were a few that kicked off because the actor, Zach Gano, is gay. Did it really matter? Was it portrayed like that on screen? No, it wasn't. Leonard Nimoy picked him as the best candidate for Spock. Leonard Nimoy. The Spock picked him as his replacement. How can Leonard Nimoy get it wrong? He was fine with it. You'd think they'd be quite open to diversity, but no. Just look at these comments, right? The amount of bigotry and homophobicness is astonishing. It's shocking, really, from a series so open to it. I was gobsmacked. I was disappointed as an admin to seeing people who are following my page type this shit. Yes, I'll probably get it on this video as well, but being called a social justice warrior, a fag lover, all this stuff, it's an awful slur. It is. I'm being told, like, oh, I don't fear them, I just don't want them in the movie. I just don't accept them. That's homophobic. A lot of people, especially ones who are, think that, oh, I don't fear them, I just don't like them. That is still homophobic. Now, if I were to say, oh, I'm going to boycott episode 7 because John Boyega, who is a good actor, who is Tap the Block, good movie, is black, that would be deemed me as a racist. It's the same principle. If I say, oh, I'm not going to see this movie because that character's a lesbian, because I don't accept that, I don't like that, that makes you homophobic. That's the gist of it. So if you're going to be acting like this, then you're not really a fan, are you? Of any sort. If Doctor Who and Harry Potter are fine and can accept it, you can too in this series, in fucking Star Wars. It's not that big of an issue. Past 10 years, there's been a huge improvement for the gay community, right? Why can't you just, hey, it's someone else's life. Doesn't bother me. I've got friends that are gay. I've got friends that are lesbian. Does it bother me? No. Mainly because I was completely oblivious to it at one point. You probably know, if you're watching this. Shout out to you there. But, yeah, is it that big of an issue? It's not. It's just a character. And again, with these films being PG and 12, we're not going to get a full-blown lesbian sex scene in Star Wars, are we? We'll just get a brief hint or just something to it. It's just maybe how she acts or how she's written. That's probably it. It doesn't really matter. It's like if a straight guy was in Star Wars, nobody matters. It's as long as the film's good and the story's good and the characters are good, that's what makes it, really. And to act in such a hateful way just towards a character, a made-up character who is based on something real, that's kind of a scary thing, really, on how you use acting. Now, this is not at all fans. I repeat, this is not all fans. There were some comments that were okay with it, and some that weren't bothered by it in the slightest. Either not bothered or didn't fucking care, really. That's kind of okay in my book because they accept it, it's fine. It's like, it's a norm now. So yeah, this is my little rant on that. Of how kind of, it's been bothering me actually for the past few days on that. Star Wars enters the 21st century, yet some of its fans can't. It's disappointing. You'd think from sci-fi, out of all the things that are in it, it's such an open concept that this created an issue. It's disappointing. And it's hateful. Like I said, 2015 and people are still acting like this. Grow up and get with the times. unity is better instead of being hateful. I think there's a quote that J.K. Rowling said, maybe gay people just look like people. We're all the same fucking species at the end of the day. If you were to put us through an X-ray, we all look the same. We're the same anatomy, same species. Especially the ones that kept on going on this article, on this post, going, oh, it's a choice. They only choose to do it. If people chose to, why would they choose to do it when people are typing this shit? Acting like this? And people, there's countries that kill them because of their sexuality. It's wrong. If we can accept people of different colour and different cultures, why not this? It's just stupid. In fact, you know, I really do hope the creator of this article finds this post, comes across it in some shape or form, because I know what they're going to be like. They'll be disappointed in this fandom, like I am, and like some others are. Like I said, if other fandoms and other series and other franchises can accept it, this one can. I mean, the movie Maniac, and yeah, there's homophobicness in Star Wars, I'm afraid.